I'm I'm going to begin this part with Micah, uh, chapter 3. Still promise God made to Abraham. Micah, chapter 3. I want to take and read these because I want it to have some significance. So what behind me, you see the chart of the white horse, the red horse, the black horse, and the pale horse. And I said, I am the black horse, which is the black prophet, spoken of in Bible prophecy, Revelation chapter 6, 1-17. But right now we is in Micah chapter 3, verse 1. And I said, Hear I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and your priests, princes of the house of Israel. Is it not for you to know judgment? Who has the good, who hate the good, and love evil, who pluck off their skins from all him, and their flesh from their bones. That's the word torture. This is what the enemy goes over there and have them people done. You remember in all of 2006 was from 50, as it was alleged on the news, from 40 to 50 to 200 people was being found, bound, and tortured and shot in the head and back of the head at night and dumped on the streets of Baghdad, all of 2006. That's what it was alleged on the news. And then President George W. Bush alleged in year 2007, after they had slayed Saddam Hussein, that they was killing 1,500 insurgents a month from the 1st of January up until post 9/11 when he was giving his speech. I said, and I heard him say this here on national TV, on CNN. It said, who also eat the flesh of my people. Verse 3, Malachi 3:3. This here means that there's a torch peoples who also eat the flesh of my peoples and flay their skin from this. He carrying us a little bit farther here than waterboard. This is what God had written down, had spoke concerning this matter, what the United States was going to do. But he say a legend to the people to comfort us, even though he went in on false charges, that all he do is waterboard the people to get back to the information. This was not from the foundation of the world. When God spoke to Adam and Eve and told them what they should and should not do. When God gave Moses the law, this was not in the law of Moses. So if it was not founded in the law of Moses that they should torture people to get information from them, then what law and what governmental body or governmental establishment requires such measures? God spoke to Abraham in Genesis chapter 15, told him that he would be his shield and buckler. He would be the protector. He didn't say nothing about the land and torturing those people for what cause. Who has eaten the flesh of my peoples and flayed their skin from off them. They break their bones and chop them in pieces as for the pot, and as flesh within the caldron. Ain't this some junk? Torching the peoples, and when they put these peoples in front of the peoples that they are sitting there, and they see their brothers, how they're being tortured and chopped up before their faces, while still alive. The Bible's saying this. I'm not saying this. This is in Malachi chapter. This is what he said that they're doing over there when they torture them people. But yet we as ministers and as peoples of the earth, we are heartless as long as the devastation is not happening to us and our habitation in it as our house. But he alleged that he's done all this to keep us free, to keep them from doing this to us. Lord have mercy. But if we believe this lie, what's going to happen if God calls this same evil to come upon us from the hands of him that's done this here? You can't tell one from the other evil, because evil is something that is come from the tree. The fruits come from the tree upon which it was found. This is what it is. And we have to look at the man. What is his character? What is his history? What is his track record consist of? Where did he come from through Bible prophecy? What did he do throughout his generation, from generation to generation? What kind of tree is this? What kind of man is this? Where is he? How did he start? How he arrived at this point? Was it by the way of the cross, or was it by the way of the sword? We have to ask these questions. If we do not ask these questions, and then his sins is going to be our sin when it comes down to standing in judgment before God. This is the way it is. We cannot get around this. Verse 4, Miss Micah 3:4. Then shall they cry unto the Lord, but he will not hear them. He will even hide his face from them at that time, as they have behaved themselves ill and they're done. All these things that's happening right today before our eyes. They're crying before God, but God is putting us on trial too at the same time. See how long will we hold out. God is not hearing. God is allowing this to come upon his people because of the continuous transgression of his peoples, and because of their ancestors, and because of some of the things they've done. God is allowing this to come upon them. But at the same time, God is seeing he's not going to go in and deliver them, because judgment is upon this world as I speak right now. The book is open right now as I speak to you, showing you the characteristics that God spoke through these things, and you are sitting in judgment, being judged by God, and he will not hold his hand when he brings the curse upon the United States of America and the entire world, because they didn't honor him. They didn't praise him. They praised him by mouth, but in their heart it was far from him, because that which he cherished, that which he had chose from the foundation of the world through the seed of Abraham. We watched it cry out for justice, and we turned our head as if we didn't care, as long as it was not happening to us. This is what we did. He sent me, and I'm speaking these words because I have a responsibility. He told you who I was. He showed you the balance of the man, the black horse, that in the hands in Revelation chapter 6. The man was a man of justice. He was a man of peace. He came here to reprove, to give you and tell you the things, show you the things to come, so you will not have a cloak to hide behind. Verse 5. Thus saith the Lord concerning the prophets that make my people's error, that bite with their teeth and cry peace, and he that putteth not into their mouth, they even prepare war against him. Therefore night shall be unto you, that you shall not have a vision. He taken that away. He's sending the word to them by a strange man, myself, that you shall not have a vision, and it shall be dark unto you, that you shall not divine, and the sun shall go down over the prophets, and the day shall be dark over them, but they can't even prophesy. He telling you, he's in his word. Then shall the seers be ashamed, and the diviners confounded. Yes, they shall all cover their lips, but there is no answer of God. But truly, verse 8, I am full of power, but the Spirit of the Lord, and of judgment, and of might, to declare unto Jacob his transgression, and to Israel his sin. That's the reason he sent me. I am a prophet sent by God. preparing the way for the return of Jesus Christ.